Hello friends, my name is Ankit Kumar. In the last video, I have shown you that what we are going to create by using CSS, HTML and JavaScript. And in this video, I will code for that. So here I am using VS Code for coding purpose. So in the VS Code, I have already created two files. First one is a textarea.html, which is basically a HTML file, and second one is the textstyle.css, which is a CSS file. So first of all, I will code in HTML file. So I want to create a simple structure of HTML. So for that, I will use exclamation mark. So I am using it, and I press enter. Then you can see a simple HTML structure is created. So that uh, it is basic structure of HTML. So in the title tag, I will give title according to my web page. So I am writing title here as text area. It is okay. So when I will refresh my browser, then you can see the changes is here. So I am refreshing my page, and you can see the text area web page is created successfully. So in the next line, I will attach my CSS file by using a link tag. So here I am linking my CSS file. So I will use a link tag. The basic work of link tag is to link a file with another file. So here I am using a red attribute. Uh, Here I will give a value for it as a style sheet. It is okay. Now next attribute for that is href, and I will give the value for it as a text style.css, the name of CSS file, text underscore style.css. It is okay. So we have now successfully linked our CSS and HTML file. So now I am going to code here, and I want to apply some property so that you can see the chances over a page. Now you are seeing that the here is nothing and it is white page. So I want to apply some property by using CSS so that we can change the color of this page. So I am using an universal selector asterisk, which will select all the elements of HTML, and now I will give a padding of 0 for it. When I started to write padding, then you can see that the VS Code suggests us that you can select the padding and other things. So I am giving it as 0 value, and also in the next I will select a margin, and it is also 0, and the next one is I will create a box sizing. So the box sizing is basically used the box sizing, the property of CSS of box sizing is that the property set how the total width and height of an element is calculated. uh, this is the work of box sizing. So you can see what change it apply when I refresh the browser. So I am using box sizing here. I will give, you can see that suggestion is given by VS Code. You can give it as border box and content box. So in this case I am using as border box, so it is okay. And in the next line I will select the body. Here is not need to uh, declare this body, but in the upcoming property it is required, so I am already uh, writing here it. So and the next one is HTML, and I will apply here height and width for it. I will give a width of 100%, So I am giving it a 100%, and the height will also be 100%. 100% it is height for it. So now it is okay. If I refresh it, then you can see that there is nothing for now. But when I give a background color, then you can see the changes. So I am giving a background color for it. Background color, as I am giving brown, so you can see the changes now. So I am refreshing it, then this white color will disappear and you can see a brown color. So it is okay, brown color is here. So the next task is to create a text wrapper. I want to create a text wrapper in which we will put our text. So for that I will go HTML file, and in the body tag I will write a div. A div is basically a division which will create a text division. So I am using div tag here. In this I will uh, give a class as a text. I will declare a class. So I am using class, and I will give a value of for it that text wrapper, text wrapper, so that I can use in our CSS when we want to apply some property here. Text wrapper. So for now I think it is okay, and I will close it, and the next one is I will use a tag of text area which will create a multiple line input control, and so I am using it text area, and here I will give a ID for it as text, ID equal to text. It is okay, and so in the most of cases, if you want to check your spelling and grammatical error, then you can write here spell check, and I am also writing it. There is two value for it. You can write here as true if you want to check your grammatical error or spell check, but in this case I don't want to check my grammatical error or uh, grammatical error and spelling, so I am giving it as a false. Yeah, it is okay. For now I will close it. Yeah, it is now. I will refresh the browser, then you can see that a simple text wrapper is created. So I will apply some CSS property for it so that we can make it beautiful. Yeah, you can see. So now I am using text wrapper with the dot text wrapper. What we have given a name is here. I will copy it from here, copy, and then I will paste here. Okay, now it is okay. I will give a width of 100% and height also 100%. So I am copying here so that we can code fastly. So next I will give a padding of 40 pixel. Padding. I am giving a padding of 40 pixel because I want to see some gap between the border of viewport and the border of text wrapper. So when I will apply this property, then it will um, create some spacing between viewport's border and text wrapper's border. When I refresh my browser, then you can see it. Now it is not applied, I think so. We don't have given a value, so I am giving it as 20 pixel for now. When I refresh it, then you can see the gapping, so it is okay. Now next line I will give uh, row row gapping, not no, I don't think that row gapping is required here. So in the next I will select as text area, so I will apply some properties, CSS properties here, and here also width and height equal to 100%, so I will give a height and a width of 100%, and the next I will give a padding. So when I have written the height and width of 100%, then you can see that it is looking like this. So next line I will give a padding of 10 pixel. So this padding is required because of I am showing it you after writing this code. So now I don't have refreshed my page, but I am writing something, then it is starting um, from corner, but I think that it is not looking good, so I want to give some gapping between text wrapper and the text. So I will refresh it, and when I type now, then you can see the gapping is now visible, but is it very less, so I want to give it as 30 pixel. Now it is okay. Yeah, you can see that it is from here. Now gapping is uh, showing us, so but the font size of text is very less, so I will increase it by using the property as font size. I will give a value for it as 20 pixel for now, then you can see the change. Now font is some larger, but I will give it as 30. Yeah, it is okay. So I want to change the color of text wrapper, so I will give a background color for it, and I am using dark blue for now, and I refresh it, then you can see the dark blue is applied over here. That is okay, but now I want to change the color of font text color also, so I will change the color. I will use as color, I will give it as this one, then you can see the color of font is changed. Now it is okay, looking good. And the next property, I want to change the radius of this. I want to make it some curve, so I will give as border radius equal to 4 pixel for now. Then you can see the what happens when I refresh it, then you have to look here, and you can see the change. It is some curved, but it is not visible. Then I will increase the value for it, then you can see more curve, but it is very too much, so I will give it as 10. Now it is looking fine. The next property I will apply as the border. I want to give a solid border for it, so I will give border. I only write as border, then I will put the value as solid. You can also apply different color. Now I am using only solid, then you can see a solid border is created of the color of text, but I want that's fine for now, so it is okay. I want to also apply a last property, that is bottom margin. is not bottom margin as 10 pixel for now. Yeah, it is fine. That's it. So next one, I want to create a button here. So I will go in HTML and use a button tag for creating a simple button, and here I will write use a button property, and this button which will create a simple button for us, and I will apply some attribute on click set text. I will give a set text. Yeah, it is okay, and I will give some name for it. So first of all, I will refresh the browser. Then you can see that a simple button is created, but it don't have any property over here. So it is not taking as, so I will copy and paste it over here in the this. That is okay now. For now I am not giving a name for button. You can see that a simple small white colored button is created over here in the below of text wrapper. But when I give a name as calculate for it, calculate, then you can see the button is now some visible. Yeah, and now I am going to apply some property over here. So I will write some property as button, and here I will give a width of 100%, width of 100%, and it is okay. Then you can see a button of 100% width. Yeah, it is okay. And the next property I will change the color of font color. I will use a property of color. I will give a proper color, choose color from here. I am using golden, not golden. I will use another color, that's orange. So you can see that the color of the text is changed now, and I want to change also the background color, which will I set as blue, royal blue for now. Yeah, it is okay. You can see a blue button is created. Now I will give a padding for 15 pixel, 15 pixel. Then you can see the property of padding is applied over here, and also I want to increase the font size, and I will give a value of 30 pixel. So it is good, looking better, and I will apply some border radius for it. Border radius. Yeah, I will give a value of 15 pixel, 10 or 15 pixel. I will give 10 pixel. Yeah, it is okay. That's it. Now button is created, and also text wrapper is created. So I will, in the next video I will create the output page. So that's it in this video.